This might be the fastest growing Instagram theme page that I've ever seen. The account is called The Valorgy, and it grew from 0 to over 3 million followers in just 51 days. In fact, we can actually see from their Instagram story that they got their first 100,000 followers in just 11 days, their first 500,000 followers in 15 days, 1 million in 26 days, and like I said, 2 million followers in just 51 days. They now have over 3 million followers from just 180 posts, which means that they get around 16,000 followers per upload. So the big question is, how did they do it? Well, I analyzed every video on this page to figure out the reason for going viral, and this is where it gets interesting. It was not through luck. I found a new niche and framework that they used to get results like this, and it actually works. In this video, I will show you the 3-step framework, and I'll even show you how you can easily recreate videos like the one on the Valorgy's account using a secret AI tool. Before we get into any of that, we need to start with our first step, which is coming up with a name for our page. To come up with our own version of a name like Valorgy, we can just come over to ChatGPT. I'm going to ask it to give me 5 original words that sound cool and relate to motivation, bravery, and evolution. And here are the first few that they give us. If you don't like any of these, you can tell ChatGPT to just try again and look. It actually came up with one that's called Valor Dawn, which sounds pretty cool and is super motivational, so we're going to go ahead and use that one. Our next step is to create some sleek-looking branding for the account. To come up with a logo, I'm just going to come back into ChatGPT and ask it to create a simple logo for a brand called Valor Dawn. I'm going to tell it that the colors should be black and silver, and they should have a minimalist look to the logo. And boom, this is actually really sick. So now the fun part. I've studied every post of this account, and this is what I've found. First off, they use an incredible voice, and unless the owner has the deepest voice of all time, it's probably an AI voice. Second, their content mostly uses inspirational quotes, short stories, and metaphors, along with B-roll images or background footage. Third, they have incredible thumbnails, and yes, you heard that right. Thumbnails are now very important on Instagram. Before we get into that takes us to our next step in our process, which is actually creating the content. And I know that a lot of you guys get lost when it comes to editing, but today is going to be different because I'm going to be showing you the easiest way to pump these kinds of videos out faster than ever before without having a fancy editing software or years of experience with editing. Now, of course, those would probably help out, but today I'm going to show you how we can come up with content like this, using a simple AI tool that literally anyone can use to do this. We're just going to come over to InVideo AI first. Just sign in, and you'll see this box where we can give our prompt for our script. But before you actually do that, let's come down here and make sure that we're selecting Instagram Reels. That way, it gives us the video in a vertical format instead of a horizontal format. In this prompt box, we're going to ask it to give us a 30 to 45 second famous quote or metaphor all about how life is motivational. Tell it to please include background footage that is relevant. And then where it says background, we're going to put dramatic. We're going to keep the language English for now, but I will show you how to change this later if you want to. And then I'm going to select a male voice with an American accent because that's what the Valorgy does. We're also going to add some clean subtitles with an outline because that's what most popular accounts are doing these days. And then let's select Use Best Audio Available. And there now click Continue and Generate Video. While it's loading, it's going to pop up with these selections, and we want to make sure that we choose motivational seekers for the audience, dramatic for the look and the feel, and of course Instagram Reels for the platform. So let's see how this turned out.
If you don't like the chapter you're in, remember you can always turn the page. Each sunrise is a fresh start, a blank canvas for you to paint your dreams. There's a quote by C.S. Lewis that says, "You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending." Think about it, every moment is an opportunity to rewrite your story.
So decent start, but to be honest, this isn't close to what we need to be like Valorgy. The biggest thing that I noticed in this is the voice. We need to change that immediately. To do this, I'm going to tell it to give me a deep Southern American accent so we can get it closer to something like Valorgy.
If you don't like the chapter you're in, remember you can always turn the page. Each sunrise is a fresh start, a blank canvas for you to paint.
Great. So now that we have that part sorted, let me also show you how you can easily change the language if you wanted to. And you can just ask it to change the language to Italian, let's say, in a matter of seconds. And this is what it came up with for us.
Che dice: non puoi tornare indietro e cambiare l'inizio, ma puoi iniziare da dove sei e cambiare il finale. Pensaci ogni momento.
I'm not Da Vinci, so I'm going to switch this back to English. Once you're happy with all that, we can come back in and edit anything out that you don't like yourself. So let's say that you want to change the script, just click Edit, and then Edit Script, and begin customizing it. Or you can also change the background footage by clicking here and choosing some better scenes behind it. So here's what our full video looks like.
If you don't like the chapter you're in, remember you can always turn the page. Each sunrise is a fresh start, a blank canvas for you to paint your dreams. There's a quote by C.S. Lewis that says, "You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending."
Now you can come in and explore and try InVideo AI for free. But if you're serious about video creation, you can just get a paid plan that starts at $20 a month. It'll remove all the watermarks for you and give you access to the voice cloning and the high-quality stock footage. Once you've created your content, then it's time to get to work and start posting again. I would get inspired by some of the same hashtags that Valorji uses in their videos. The reason that this works is because when you use hashtags and keywords like these, it helps viewers that are interested in searching for these kinds of terms to find your video. So for example, if I was feeling really lazy at home and I searched on Instagram for motivational quotes, we would want our video to be the one that appears first. I have tons of growth tricks and settings like this that I'll share in a future video, so make sure you're subscribed. But the big one that I'm going to share today are that thumbnails have become really important on Instagram. When you're scrolling on Instagram's Explorer page, you decide to click in and watch videos based on the thumbnail of that video. If your thumbnail looks crappy, then no one is going to decide to watch it. Just look at the thumbnails from Valorji. They're all themed and they give a preview of what the video is going to be about with this little quote here. If we look at other viral successful accounts, the thumbnails all tell potential viewers what the video is going to be about. They know what to expect. So look, this is probably the easiest way to come up with these kinds of videos, especially at scale. So start from today and grow your Instagram. That's it for today's video. See you in the next one. Make sure to subscribe.